Hello, my beautiful Singles Collective. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. We are at day 7 of the 7 days of love readings for the singles. Thank you so much for tuning in here. I've appreciated you doing that, and I've really been enjoying doing these love readings for you back to back. As you know, I'm not a reader that does a lot of love readings. I do it if it comes up, but a lot of the times that's not really where my focus is. So it was really nice to be able to focus on you, singles, and I do appreciate you. So this reading is for the collective, and that means that this is not a reading for your individual sign. That's why it's not time-stamped. This is a reading for the entire collective, which means the whole zodiac. So I will call out the signs and symbols as you need to know them or see them in order to understand what's going on here. Your job is to use your discernment, figure out whether it's for you, put on your little tinfoil intuitive hat, as I like to say, and figure out if this is your reading. I will call out the signs as you need to hear them and let you know what's going on. Let's figure out what's going on. Last day of the 7 days of single reads. I always read on the weekends for the singles, though. Usually I do a singles reading on a Saturday. Maybe I'll do them a little more often now that I know that you guys are really interested in them. And let's find out what is going on for the singles energy, please. Tell me about singles. Single collective. What's the most important thing the singles need to know, please? This one's sticking out, huh? We should take it. We've got the Four of Wands. Tell me why the Four of Wands is here. We've got the Two of Pentacles. And we've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like somebody here has met somebody. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like that there is somebody that you already know, collective. We're going to start here, but I'll go into something different here because I'm reading for a lot of energies. But the first thing I'm getting here is that there is somebody here who has made a little bit of progress in some sort of a friendship. It feels like that there is somebody that you would have called a friend. Like I don't feel like this is someone you grew up with or someone that you've known for 10 or 12 years. It could be, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like somebody maybe you've known for the last 2 or 3 years, through friends, through a group, through a network, through a community, through a social group. It feels like that. It feels like something here is about to gain stability, I want to say. So it does feel like there is something stable that's about to show up here. A decision is about to be made. It does feel like somebody is making a decision. I don't want to be your friend anymore. That maybe we're crossing the threshold from friends into this place where maybe, this is about the home. It's about excitement. You can see those two people are holding up bouquets. Maybe we're thinking about, a little bit further into the future, and maybe that is the stability that we're thinking about. I feel like somebody is going to make a decision or may have already made that decision. Like some of you may have already experienced this, right? But please understand when I do these readings, they are general readings, and sometimes they are for now, but sometimes this is like way in the future as well. So take it as it resonates for you. It does feel like somebody wants stability in the storm, I want to say. And it's like the storm is their emotions. You can see that their emotions are sort of up and down in the bottom of this card here. And it feels like they're trying to find stability. It feels like somebody may have feelings for you, and they might have just decided or made a decision, and maybe you didn't hear from them or see them over Valentine's Day, but I feel like something is coming probably quite soon, like in the next 4 weeks. I feel like the first card I put down was Wands, and for me, weeks are Wands. Tell me more about the collective singles, please. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. It's telling me to tell you to be patient, that these things happen in their own time. Don't force it. Don't push it. Unless you're the person who's doing the pursuing, I feel like don't force it. Don't push it. That things will happen in their own time. This is a time for you to be patient, be analytical. It's time for you to move slow, really go over the details. It feels like this Three of Pentacles that's in the upright is now going to be turning in the upside down. It feels like we're now, it's like we're not really putting the effort that we were putting into the friendship, but something here is about to change is what it feels like. It feels like something is about to change, but you're going to have to be patient. It might change over the next 4 weeks or so. We have the Page of Swords. Somebody wants to explore something different. That's what it feels like. This is the curious one. the one who's really thinking it out, the one who's really thinking about, what do I do from here? How do I get stability or balance with this person? Because my emotions are sort of up and down. One day I feel like it, one day I don't. But it feels like somebody here is willing to explore, or is very curious. What happens if we decide we don't want to be friends anymore? What if it crosses the threshold into us being more than acquaintances? When the Three of Pentacles comes up, though, it's not somebody, like I said, not somebody that you've known forever, that is your bestie. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone that you know through a group of people, or maybe the only time you see them is when you go to the social group, or when you go to your friend's place for that barbecue twice a year, or it feels like somebody like that. It feels like a friend of a friend. Tell me more. We do have the Star, which is in the reverse here. So I feel like you're probably losing hope, thinking, you know what, I'm sitting here thinking about this fool. I'm sitting here thinking about this person, and I don't think that they're thinking about me. But I feel like it's just because you're in this energy of everything is taking too long, and I'm starting to lose hope. I really do feel that this time can be used constructively. This time of patience can be used constructively. And, this opportunity is showing up here, but I feel like the universe is giving you time to get stability, to get balance, to really sort of get out of the mindset of friendship and get more into this curious phase of maybe there is more to explore here. It's like the universe is giving you this time as a blessing, as a gift, not as a punishment. It's not punishment, it's preparation is what it is. Tell me what the Two of Pentacles is about. Ooh, okay, I feel like I should pick that one up. Sometimes I don't, but here we are. Look at that. Dough for the Fool. That's what it is. Feels like somebody's about to dive off the cliff, right? This card went right off the table and I dove for it. So it feels like somebody's ready to dive off the cliff. Somebody's about to make a decision here to open a door, create some sunshine. I feel like it's their conscience, or their the energy of, you've been through this before. This could be a hurdle. It could be something that doesn't work out. When we see mountains in the background, those could be things that we need to climb. That could be the arduous climb. That could also be the accomplishment as well. And so it feels like somebody is glad to get to this point of wanting to step off and take a leap of faith here. So if you haven't heard from them on Valentine's Day, I don't think that that's a really good indication. Because look, it's a Hallmark holiday, right? It's designed to make you spend money. I feel like this isn't, this is the month of love, as we like to call it, right? Because we go from Aquarius into Pisces energy, and then we have, Valentine's Day at the middle of the month. But I do feel that somebody here is getting ready to jump off, take a leap of faith, jump off the edge here. And I feel like that decision is coming soon, because 4 weeks, swords are a day for me. So it doesn't feel for me like it's pentacles. It doesn't feel like it's years. It feels like it's days or weeks for some of you. The Queen of Cups is in the reverse. So why is that? We've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I want to say that when the Queen of Cups shows up in the reverse for me, it's depletion. I'm sort of over it. I'm depleted, I'm exhausted, I'm not giving anybody my emotional energy, but it feels like what this person is not giving their emotional energy to is passion. This isn't somebody who's interested in starting quickly. They're not interested in racing for the finish line. This is someone that you'll probably have to date for years before you end up even talking about engagement or moving in or any of that stuff, because we do have pentacles, right? We've got 3 pentacles. It could be this person's like, you know what? I'm over the quick start. I'm over starting in passion. It might even be a year before you two get to a physical relationship. It feels like this is going to go incredibly, incredibly slow. A lot of people give up on a relationship like this because they feel like it's gameplay, or they feel like, oh, well, they must have someone else in the DMs. And sometimes it's not that. Sometimes someone's trying to build a foundation of 1 pentacle, 2 more pentacles, 3 more pentacles. We're trying to build this foundation slowly. Pardon me. We have 6 pentacles on the table right now. So somebody wants to build this slowly, and those are the relationships that last. The ones that start in fire, I mean, they can last, but they're usually not the long-term thing. It's the pentacle that is the long-term thing. So tell me about this 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, and somebody wants to explore more than friendship is what it looks like. Tell me more. We've got the 4 of Swords. We've got the Page of Cups. Yep, it definitely is something brand new. So you know this person. You know them from some sort of grouping of people. And it feels like there is something new that's going to begin here. This person doesn't know how to do this. It feels like we've got a bunch of pages here. So I feel like this is somebody who's looking for a long-term person, and therefore they know that they must move slowly. We're not going to start in fire. And if we're really into it, if we're really into building the foundation, it doesn't matter when the fire shows up, right? That's going to happen naturally as a natural part of this. And I feel like that's the energy I'm getting, because we have a lot of pentacles here. So we have the Page of Swords, right? Which is the one who's curious and wants to explore things. Somebody wants to explore something past friendship here, but they're really not sure about how to do that. So it does feel like somebody here is like, but I've been hurt before. I've been disappointed. Sometimes I get my heart broken. And we have the Ace of Swords here. I always see this as a challenge. I don't know what to say. I'm not really sure how to get the ball rolling, but this is something that they're going to surprise you with. You're not going to be expecting it. And maybe you've been thinking about them. Maybe for some of you, you've been hoping and wishing that it would work out this way. But I feel like you've already lost hope. So I feel like you've abandoned everything. You're like, this damn horse is taking too long. I'm just going to abandon ship here. And I feel like it shows up in a moment when you don't expect it. Because I feel like somebody has not been putting really much effort into something here. And I feel like they are about to put more effort in. We have the Six of Pentacles, right? Somebody's about to give more to you than they've been giving to everybody else. So I feel like there is some reciprocal energy coming here. And I mean, reciprocal energy really does mean, they're going to give to you as you've given to them. So they haven't forgotten about you. But I feel like you are losing hope that this is ever going to get off the ground. Tell me more. We've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. You're ready to drop it. You're ready to say, you know what? I'm on to the next thing, Elsie. I'm not going to wait around. I get it. This can take a while, right? It doesn't necessarily have to take a year, but look, when the Knight of Pentacles shows up, it can take forever. It can take or feel like forever, right? So this is really an indication of patience. Really, I want you to go over analytically, go over the situation. Are you ready to, are you running at it like fire? Why do you need to sort of be analytic about why you think you need it immediately? And because things that are slow moving are worth waiting for. That's where we're going to build all of the foundations, right? We're not building a house on the sand. We're building a house on the rock, right? And so that's what we need to do. We're building a house on the rock. So tell me why you're giving up here. Now you're starting to lose hope that things are going to work out here. You're like, I've been manifesting. Nothing's going down. Feels like someone's ready to put down the burden of thinking about it here. Tell me about this. We've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Ten of Swords, and we've got the Queen of Wands. So it feels like somebody is like, you know what? I'm sort of over this. I think I'm just going to release it and move forward. And I think that's when the Page of Cups shows up. I think just when you're ready to release it and let it go, you're like, look, I need peace, right? This person's got making the peace sign. I need peace. And the only way I'm going to have peace is if I let it go and carry on into the future. Because that's what the Queen of Wands would do. Whether you are the feminine or the masculine, right? We always know that. We're not reading body parts here. We're reading energies. So the Queen of Wands is the energy of tenacity. I'm on my own. I'm independent. I don't really need anybody. So I'll just keep moving. Maybe this person isn't my person, and I'll just keep moving until the right person shows up. But look who's showing up on the bottom of the deck. Yep. I feel like this person might be a soulmate for you. And things that are supposed to happen in divine timing do happen, but they don't happen in your timing. And so I feel like somebody here is maybe a little bit frustrated with the time that it's taken to find their special person. But I really feel that there's somebody here that sees in you what they are. It's like you two mirror each other. Look, there is going to be movement between you and this person. Now, I'm showing King and Queens of Wands, right, which is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But please understand that it doesn't have to be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It could be somebody who is like very attracted to you. These two are very attractive. Like when they enter the room, everybody turns and says, whoa, those two are hot. Like these two are very attractive. They're beautiful and they're very attracted to each other, but they have a lot of fire. They have a lot of fire between them. So there's a really great exciting connection. There's a lot of laughing and fun and excitement. And it feels like you two are both in this energy of being in control of your energy, because the Queens and Kings are. And it feels like somebody is about to be really honest with you. The King of Swords is here. So there is about to be movement between the King and Queen of Wands. And so as for signs, as we're looking here, we got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, we got Aquarius energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We have Aries energy here as well, Cancer, and some Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy here. So it does feel like something that has been moving slow is moving slow for a reason. We're moving slow and practically and being patient with the Four of Wands here. It might take another 4 weeks. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, someone is sort of at the edge of, you know what, I'm ready to sort of drop this, make a decision to just drop this and move ahead. I thought this was my person. I feel like this person is somebody who feels really special to you. And, you know, I think that we're in the 3D world. And so a lot of the times, collective, we think about dark or light, yes or no, start or no, or finish, right? And sometimes we forget that there's a gray area in between. And sometimes that's the waiting time. And so I feel like the Lovers is here with the Judgment card because someone is in the midst of making a decision about when you're making a decision to cross the line from friendship to loveship, then you're really destroying the friendship. I mean, you can continue to be friends while you're in this loveship, but if it breaks up, you lose your friend and you lose your lover. So somebody doesn't really know how they're going to begin this, or how are we going to figure this out without, if it doesn't work out, are we going to be damaging the friendship that we have? And are we not going to be able to be cordial anymore in a group of people? So it's a really big decision somebody's making here. They're on the edge of making it. But it does seem like it's something that's really bothersome. I want to say it's hard for them to come to the edge, I want to say, and jump off here. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. Tell me what the outcome is here for the collective. Collective singles, please. What is the outcome? The Magician. We're going to keep manifesting this. We're going to put all of our tools on the table. Somebody here feels that they have the skills, that they have the resources, that they have the power to bring things from the 5D into the 3D. Someone feeling really powerful about their manifesting skills. It's the King of Swords. So for some of you, it could be an air sign, right? It could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, an Aquarius. I always do that, right? If you watch me long enough, you know I always go to Aries first, but Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. There it is. Got the Emperor. So this person has a lot to lose, I want to say. They feel like not only could they lose the friendship if the relationship part of it doesn't work out, but this is somebody who has accumulated a lot of success in their life. So it could be material success. It could be success in their career. It could be stability, security, right? Somebody who values all of that stuff and has worked really hard to get there. We've got the King of Swords here. I feel like we are talking about somebody who's very honest and truthful, and this person is about to be very honest with you. And when they come to you with this, I feel like what they're probably going to say is, let's talk about it a bit. Are we on the same page? The Five of Swords is here. They're expecting that maybe you don't want this either, because they've been holding back, right? They've been holding back or, putting some space and time between you two. But the King of Swords is somebody who's, just going to be truthful and honest and factual with you. Look, I've got the skills, the resources, I make enough money. I'm doing really well in my life. I'm ready to settle down, right? The Emperor is usually a father or someone who is ready to settle down. That's King of Pentacles energy. And so I feel like somebody is going to bring it to you in a truthful way. I feel like it's going to be a conversation that you're probably going to have to find out if you're on the same page or not, to find out if you want this as much as they want this. There we go. The Queen of Swords is here. We've got, again, two people who are really good at negotiation, really good at speaking about things that are adult level things, right? We're not just going for the passion, because we realize that although we're really attracted to each other, that there is a compatibility piece of this that we really need to work out first. That's how an adult goes at it. They don't just pursue you until you fall into bed. They take their time, they move at it slow, they negotiate the right contract, right? The Aces of Swords, as they're both holding each an Ace of Swords, that is contractual. We're negotiating a contract, let's talk about it and see how this is really going to fall into place for both of us. And I feel like I always say that these two are formidable opponents, that they are really good at, this one's a public speaker. This one is probably like, has the mind of like a lawyer, a psychologist, someone who's really thinking things inside and out, going with factual evidence rather than having their heads in the cloud or jumping straight into the sack. This is somebody who's liberated themselves. You got to treat the queen different than you've ever treated anybody, because the queen is somebody who demands respect. This person has, has their own money, has their own stability, has their own independence. And this someone is not going to readily give up their independence to someone who is going to misuse it. So I feel like you can expect that somebody here is making a decision, and the reason that there's been a delay with and that you might be losing hope is because this person is really thinking it over. Like, this person is really serious, I'm going to say. The Emperor is very serious, right? This person is very serious about the next step that they're taking, and they want to talk to you first and see if we're compatible. Now we know that we're attracted to each other, and we can have a lot of fun and laugh and have a lot of excitement. Are we compatible? That's where this truth and honesty comes in, where we got to be really honest with each other. Is this something we think that can last in the pentacle world, right? Somebody's ready to take a leap of faith, but they're exhausted with this hit and quit stuff, right? They're exhausted with that, and that's not what they're looking for. And they're not even interested in entering anything like that. You got the big dog here. You got the Emperor, whether it's feminine or masculine. Somebody who's very bossed up, very honest, truthful, and stable. I'm going to leave that I'm going to leave that here right now. Thank you so much for coming back for 7 days of this. You will get more singles reads from me. And I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back. I'm always back. Love you guys. And I'm out for now. Bye-bye.